Good evening. This video is going to go out to ElloSteph. I am Ted, the speed learner, and I did watch your video called The Girlfriend Tag. I take it, Stephanie, you are the one on the right wearing the blue shirt, and Daniela is the one on the left. Okay, so we got that pretty much straightened out. Now, the girlfriend tag, why did I end up watching your video in the first place? Well, that's because I had a little bit of fun with another person who also did the girlfriend tag, and I was amazed at the response I actually got after doing a video for them. So I thought, you know what? Now, my normal viewers, they know that I do mostly studies. If you go to my main channel page, you're going to see all these wonderful little playlists. You've got counting, computer tech, high-end mathematics, you name it. You'll see all these on my playlist. You'll be sitting there going, well, why would somebody who does that much studying ever watch something like this? Well, you know what? Sometimes I get bored. Okay, I really do. I read these super humongous textbooks, and I'll show you just how big they get. Like that. I read stuff like this. I read it all the time. And after a while, you sit there and go, man, I don't want to study anymore. I want to do something else. And so this is my something else. Now, I will tell you that I was very attentive. I don't know how many of your viewers are really attentive to this, but I was extremely attentive. And to just prove my point, take a look at this. Now, the ones down here at the bottom are the questions you were asked in that video, okay? And just to show you that I really watched the whole thing, you were asked the following questions. You were asked where you met, where you went on your first date, what your first impressions of each other were, where you met each other's parents, if you had any weird obsessions, and how long you had been together, and you had any traditions, and you were asked about your first road trip, and you were asked about the first thing you noticed about each other, and what your favorite restaurants were, and what you argued about the most, and who wears the pants, and you were asked if you were watching TV, what you were watching, and you were asked what foods you didn't like, and what drinks you ordered at a restaurant, and what shoe size you wore, and you were asked what your talents were. You were asked what you would eat every day if you could, and what your favorite cereal was, and your favorite type of music, and who was your best friends, and what you wish the other person wouldn't do to you, and where you were from, and etc., etc. So you can see I pretty much paid attention to your video. Now then, what I find interesting about videos like this is not only did you produce this, which, by the way, I found a lot of those questions rather boring. And you'll find out what I'm talking about when you find the questions I'm going to ask you. But I didn't find that just so intriguing. I also found the responses that people left to you equally as intriguing as what you said in the video. This is... It's so interesting. They comments like this. Daryl Kernelham says, Big Bang Theory, awesome. Okay, what's so awesome about the Big Bang Theory? That person never answers that. The next one is Taylor Benjamin, and she was asking you if you live together. Well, to me, if you're sitting in the same room together like that, in that kind of relationship, I would presume you're living together. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would presume that. Julia Ducharme says, so cute. Now, the thing is, I see these cute comments. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, what makes you so cute? They never say. And then Tobbs567 says that because you have an Assassin's Creed necklace, you're officially awesome. What, if you don't have an Assassin's Creed necklace, you're not awesome? I beg to differ, and I'll prove my point. Crazy Caitlin 321 says, cute relationship love has no limitations. Puts a space between N and S in relationship. Relationship is actually one word. But, okay, so you say that. Isn't there anything else you want to say? Okay. And then Fun Times Productions actually advertises on your video. I've had that done to mine myself, and I just kind of delete that. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you don't ask me to advertise, then, you know. 5516 says, no porn stars. That's the best you can come up with? X Bombella X says, you're so cute together. Again, this is a comment about cute. Okay, if you're going to say you're cute, then say why they're cute. I mean, gee. Now, this one did ask if you're going to do more videos. I guess I hope you do. But that is a good question. Then another super cute. And now the thing is, they were talking about Arthur. Now, for those of us who have lived a long time, I do remember the movie Arthur, where Dudley Moore plays this billionaire, and he gets drunk, and he gets in a lot of trouble. I watched that, okay? So I'm sure you probably said, they go, Dudley who? Well, there was a guy named Dudley Moore, and unfortunately he passed away, and he was a good star, and I miss him, and yada, yada, yada. Mandy St. John says, oh my gosh, adorable. What makes him so adorable? Answer. And this goes on and on and on and on. And I'm not going to waste your time. I was going to, but, you know, I'm going to waste this much time. Let's just get in the crux of it, shall we? What kind of a question would the speed learner ask? Which would be far more interesting than the questions or comments left on this video. Alright. What courses are you taking in college? Where are you going to college? How are you getting there? Do you have a car? Do you live at the college? That's never answered. Why, Daniela, did you cut off your hair? What is your natural hair color? If this is your natural hair color, that's fine. If it's not, are you going to grow it back out to your original hair color? Never asked. Okay. Alright, why didn't you like this gal at first? You never answered that question. Okay. Who's Kevin? Is Kevin a guy, an alien, some kind of a frog? No answer there. You were talking about searching for things on Google. What did you search for? No answer. Who's lucky? Again, is it a guy, a gal, a pet, some kind of amoeba floating around in some petri dish? Okay. Now, you were talking about Daniela living... I'm sorry. You were talking about Daniela watching this True Blood, and you were obsessed with vampires. Well, do you live a lifestyle that's like a vampire? Do you sleep all day and work all night? And do you actually sleep in a coffin? That'd be interesting to know. Okay. You talked about a road trip to Fort Lauderdale. Do you know how many people do not know where Fort Lauderdale, Florida actually is? How many people have never been there? Do you know how Fort Lauderdale got its name in the first place? I know I stutter, okay? What I'm asking you is, do you know how Fort Lauderdale got its name? Why don't you tell everybody? That'd be interesting. Okay? Alright, you were talking about this restaurant. You glossed over it. Where is this restaurant you keep going for sushi? And who owns the place? How big is the place? What's it look like? And more importantly, what's in sushi? It has fish. I know that because I'm not very fond of fish. And when I hear the word sushi, I know it's some kind of a fish dish. But what's in their particular sushi? What makes their sushi any better than anybody else? No answers. Okay. You were talking about white chocolate. Do you know how white chocolate is made? Who invented white chocolate? No answers. Okay, and then you were talking about Boca Burgers. Now, Boca Burgers, from what I understand, are vegetable burgers. Okay? Now, who makes Boca Burgers? Who invented Boca Burgers? The company that makes it, what was their financial position this year, or last year, or any year? Okay? What kind of marketing strategy do they use? No answers. Okay, and then you mentioned something about lowrider. Would you like to tell us what lowrider is? I'd like to know. Very interesting. But that's not all my questions, okay? Here I am watching your video right now. Let's start with some more questions. It looks like, Daniela, you're wearing some kind of a hoodie or a hooded sweatshirt. I actually wear a hooded sweatshirt. See, I got the zipper to prove that I wear a hooded sweatshirt. So, mine's blue, by the way, and it does have little fuzzies in it. I don't know what the fuzzies are, but keeps me warm anyway. Now, do you know the denier of your jacket? And more importantly, do you know what kind of stitching's used? I mean, if it's a real cheap stitching, it's going to fall apart rather quickly. Does your jacket have pockets? See, mine have pockets on the side. Does your jacket have pockets on the side? Alright, now you're wearing a necklace. I would assume that's the Assassin's Creed necklace they were mentioning. Where did you get it? How much did it cost you? What's it made out of? Okay. Now, Stephanie, you're wearing a blue shirt. It looks like the sleeves are rolled up. So I would assume that's a long sleeve shirt. Just assuming here. So you might want to tell us whether it's long sleeve or short sleeve, or maybe it's a 3/4 sleeve. What's the denier of the fabric? How big are the collar? Well, how big is the collar on the shirt? How many buttons is on the shirt? Okay, let's go on to your hair. You got long hair, long brown hair. What color brown is it? How long is the hair? And is that your natural color, or are you going to grow your natural color back? No answers there. Okay, now, both of you are wearing eye makeup. What color of eye makeup are you wearing? Yeah. And you're wearing necklaces, Stephanie. It looks like you're wearing 2 of them. Where did you get the necklaces? How long are the chains? More importantly, is that kind of like, is it made out of a genuine gold or silver, or is it some kind of cubic zirconia or something like that? We'd kind of like to know the answers to that. At least I would, anyway. Alrighty, now, if we want to continue on here, let's see here. You have a bedspread in the back. Where did you get the bedspread? What's the denier of the fabric on that thing? What's the stitching on it? Who made it? The company that made the bedspread, how are they doing in line of company profits this year? Do you know? Those pillows, what kind of blue is that? Those pillowcases are blue. What kind of blue? I know it's a dark blue, but what kind of blue? How big are the pillows? Have you ever measured them? Anyway, you've got a wooden board for a head of the bed there, okay? Now, the thing is, what kind of a finish is on that wood? What color brown is it? Because, you know, there are different shades of brown, so what shade of brown is it? Okay, now there's some kind of a desk right behind Stephanie. It has a single drawer. What's in the drawer? What kind of a finish is on that table thing back there? What color brown is it? There is a picture frame in the back. It's metallic, I can see that. What kind of metal is it made out of? Where did you get the picture frame? Where did you get the table? Let's see here. Now there are some stuffed animals underneath the table. Have you named those stuffed animals? What's the names of your stuffed animals? And what kind of stuffing is in them? What kind of stitching is in them? Yeah. And that drawer, like I said, what's in the drawer? Is it pencils, pens, paper, something else? Flashlight maybe? No answers. Okay, so yeah, you're sitting there going, man, he asks a lot of questions. You betcha I do. So I know I'm pretty exhausted at this point. But anyway, now that I've pretty much picked your brain, I'd like to see if you'll actually make a video response to this. This would be very interesting to see if you'd actually make a video response and answer all these questions. Feel free to ask me some questions. Now, I'll be the first to tell you I have an unusual way of answering questions. So, just because you ask doesn't mean I'll give you the answer you think I'm going to give you. I'll give you an answer, but it may not be the answer you think I'm going to give you. So, if you're going to ask me questions, be prepared for some very unusual answers, because I will give you some unusual answers. Anyway, I'm about to lose my voice here, so I'm going to conclude this for now. I'm very interested to see how you'll respond to this. Alright, I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.